Hey guys, welcome back to Life on the Eddy Family Farm. Well, today I'm going to be showing y'all some birds that y'all have not seen on my channel yet because we haven't had the coop done. But we finally have it finished and y'all check this out. Look at that beautiful thing. We still have quite a bunch going on over here because we're going to end up with 4 of these. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 pins. So there's going to end up being 4 over here, 4 over there, and 4 over here. So there's going to be a total of 16 pins. But like Brandon said many times, we hope to actually have a hatchery, and we need better pins like these. And they're not completely finished because we have some nesting boxes that we're actually going to be putting in each one of them. Right now we're using them for babies, as you can see, but later on they may have some big birds in here, so let's go in and check them out. They're super awesome. Brandon's got the deal where the door shuts automatically, so we don't have to actually have a latch or anything. And then if you can see, it's pretty awesome. And look at all these beautiful birds. Now, Brandon knows which ones are pure and which ones are just barnyard. He clipped their, like in between their toes on, I don't want to be wrong, so either the barnyard or the pure. I think it was the barnyard ones that he actually clipped. But don't get me wrong. You can ask him which one it was. But, so we'll know which ones are actually purebred and which ones are not. But look at them. They are beautiful. Like this, obviously you could tell is a Wyandotte. I love them ones. They're beautiful. And these are our older chicks. And then next door right over here is our younger ones. But we keep 2 waterers. And we have 2 feeders in here. This one, we only had 1 bigger feeder because we're using them in different spots. So we put 2 of the smaller ones to kind of add up to that, to add up to 1 big one. But we'll go out of here. And it's super, super muddy because we've been having some storms going on. So the ground is like so gross. In here though, we have the younger ones. So it looks like we actually do. We have a big one, and 2 small ones in this one. We must have just put this one in here. But they are loving it. They're loving life. I know. But look at this little Polish right there. Isn't she or he beautiful? I think really we only ended up with 1 red Polish. There might be some more, but I think that may be it. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to go back up front. Excuse me, chicks. Excuse me. We're going to go back up front and or try to make it up front. Like I said, we was getting some really, really bad storms. Well, last night, or early this morning actually, about 6 o'clock this morning, Brandon woke me up and he's like, babe, we may have to go underground. And I'm like, no, we've been underground a few times this last week. So, I don't know, you can't really help Mother Nature. So I got up and I was just watching the radar. He was in there listening to the radio and watching his radar and watching some YouTube clips. But we got so much rain and there's so much power outage, and I'll tell you more about that when we get up to the house. Well guys, I was headed up here and unfortunately we got bad news about the tournament. The kids, have been in this end of season tournament all week. We've had to battle with storms after storms and had to redo the whole bracket to be able to actually get to play. And it's been a just been horrible. We had a storm this morning, like I mentioned earlier, and then now they just sent out the text saying there's supposed to be some really bad storms coming in tonight. So tomorrow we won't even probably get to play, and most of the fields are actually still wet from last night and this morning's storms. So the kids, I know Addison is super upset about it. Braylee's upset about it. Kayson actually, his last game was yesterday, which unfortunately they lost, but it's real upsetting. But that brings me to today's video is sponsored by Jackery, and that's something we will be using tonight because we've had to use these other Jackeries. We have many. Over the last couple years, we have actually been using Jackeries. We have different Jackeries. We have one down in the barn. We've had to use one back here on the back porch. We've had to use one. We've used a different Jackery all over this farm, and they always up their game with each Jackery. They have improvements by. But anyways, I'm going to get in here and share more about the latest Jackery. Like I was saying, we're going to go in here and talk about Jackery because, you know, we've had many different Jackeries and now we got the latest. But I'm going to do it in here and start in here because this is our freezer room. This is a very small room, but it holds some of our most important things in it, which is our meat. We got all kinds of meat. We got our deer in here. We got our cow is in here. We have all kinds of blue and gold in here. This is our main source of protein, is all inside of here. So we're going to come in here and I'm going to show y'all and unbox. So I'm going to introduce to y'all the Jackery solar generator. It's a HomePower 3000. And then what came with it was the Solar Saga 200. We actually have two that came with it, but I brought in one and we're going to show y'all that in a minute. We're going to set it up outside and show y'all how it works. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the Jackery. So I'm going to set this to the side and then we are going to open this bad boy up. So on this generator, we actually already took it out of the box. We powered it up. We hooked it up to the charger and we charged it completely full. So usually they come about 50-75% charged already in the box. And so it's good, but we like it to be fully charged. So let's see if I can even lift this. I'm going to see if I can drop the box. Alright, so we got this right here. I'm going to kind of scoot this box out of the way. And then, so we're going to hit the power button and you'll see it'll come on. It shows it's at 100%. Like I said, there's nothing going out and there's nothing coming in. So here in a minute we will actually start plugging things in. I think we got the microwave we're going to bring in here. We'll show you with the coffee pot, the phone being charged, everything. But what it's got in here is we got a DC 12 volt 10 amp. So most people know it by the cigarette lighter or the car charger. And then you have two USB-Cs 100 watt max and then two USB-A 18 watt max. And how you turn that on is just hitting the on button and it lights up green. And then same with the AC, you just turn it on and it's got 3600 watts pure sine wave. So you have 4 of them. And then if you were, say we wanted to, you know, move back into the RV. I know that's kind of a joke because I will not move back into that RV, knock on wood. But if we were to do that, our RV actually will hook up into this port right here. It's got the 3600 watt pure sine wave as well. And then this, with it being AC, goes with these. So this AC button will turn on and turn off all of this. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn it right here. This is where you plug it in. It's got the AC 100 volt, 120 volt, 15 amp max. That's where we're gonna get the charger, and we will plug it in and show you where it charges. And then you got your AC output reset right here. And then you have your DC 80/20 input here, and that's where we will actually, that's the hookup to the solar panels. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and go grab some items. We're going to hook them up and show you how they work. All right, so we got everything set up. I got a coffee pot over here, got some mics that I need charged. I got a phone I'm going to show y'all, and the microwave, plus the freezers. So my goal is to get everything hooked up, and we still have plenty of wattage we can actually be using. So let's start with the coffee pot, because I know the coffee pot, once it's brewing, and I do have a cup and a new coffee pot, so I can actually start it up. But here we go. We're gonna plug it in. We're gonna hit AC. All right, so I'm going to turn it on, and we're gonna start it, and you'll start seeing the numbers move. So it looks like about 1400. It went out all the way to 1450, and that's with that. Now let's plug in the microwave. It's tight quarters in here, but like I said, it is the most important room. So we're gonna box me in here. We're gonna add this one up, and I do have a cup of water in here, so we're gonna warm up some water. Let's go with a minute. Then that one moved it up to about 15, a little over 3,000 right there. And now we're going to get the chargers out. I threw them up here. We're going to plug in some mics. So we're going to go, these ones are with the USB-A. Turn that bad boy on. And that should jump it up a little bit. The mics don't take as much as anything else. And then we have one that actually goes for the phone. And it is a USB-C. So we're going to plug that in here. And then I got Brandon's phone here. And you'll see it's charging now. Now you see everything went off. The coffee is done. The microwave just beeped. So now it's actually only pulling 14 watts. And that's with the, pretty much just the mic plugged in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and unplug both of these freezers. And I'm going to plug them in here. So you'll see this one goes to this black freezer, and then we got the extra long cord. And then you should be able to, you can see right here where the lights are all coming on. So it's working. And now I'm going to start the microwave back and the coffee pot and have everything running. And it's going to show you how much actual wattage. I'm hoping that we can push over the 3600 wattage, because that's how much it shows, but we can get more than that. So let's go ahead. I re-switched my cup out. I know that we will be able to push this to the limit and get it more, because we've done it on the other Jackeries that I mentioned before that we have placed around the farm. So let's go ahead, and we're going to do another minute here. So now we have both freezers, a mic, the phone, the coffee pot, and the microwave all going. But let me go find something else, because it's showing only 3,000 wattage. I know we can find something else around here. And actually, I'm going to go grab my smoothie machine. So now we're going to try this bad boy out. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to start my coffee pot back again. Brandon's going to get a lot of coffee today. And then, so it shows a little over 1,300. We're going to start the microwave. Then we're also going to start a smoothie. Alright, so now looky there. As you've seen there, it got way over 4,000, and that pulls way more than what it shows. But we knew from the other Jackeries that we've had in the past that that's what it'll do. It'll pull more. You've seen where it pulled all of this. This isn't just what it'll pull. We've tried it on everything in this house. It's going to run just about anything. But not only that, you can take it camping. You can take it, if we wanted to take the RV out like I was saying earlier, we could actually take it out, go camping on the lake or somewhere, and it would charge, and it would stay charged for a good while. I know my mother-in-law actually took one that we gave her, I think we gave it to her maybe almost a year ago. Well, she took it camping during Memorial Weekend, and it lasted all 3 days she was there. She had the air up mattress. She had it was like 3 phones that they were charging. She used it for a lot, and it stayed. She was very amazed by it. But anyways, let's go ahead and go outside. I'm going to hook up the solar panels and show y'all how to hook those up and what it's like and how to do all of that. But before we do go outside, I'm going to go ahead and grab the charger, and I'm going to show y'all that we can charge the machine while it is being used by all these appliances. So here we go. Plug it right here in the wall. And then it's over here on the side. I'll turn it. And just like I showed you, it goes right in here. And now it's going to show about 1,200, a little over 1,200 input. That's with the charger being inputted into it. And it's already at 95%, but with it being at 95%, to fully charge the Jackery 3000 HomePower, it's only going to take 0.2 hours. So less than an hour it's going to take. Not very long at all. So let's go ahead and go outside, and I'll show you the solar panels. All right, so we made it outside. This is where we hooked up these just to kind of demonstrate them. We have 2 of the Solar Saga 200, and I'll show you right here on both of them is where you put the cord in to actually start the charge. You got it there. And then you'll come up over here, and like I showed you inside, there was these 2 AC 100 volts right here. So I plugged both of them in, and then you will see on the front side where the output is coming in. It shows right here 78, 79 watts is what it's pulling, but you have to think we've been after storm after storm after storm. It's all clouds. We've had some sun here and there, but that's why it's only pulling that much, because there's not a whole lot of sun out here. So on the Solar Saga 200s, I'll show you on this one, you have the solar panels on the front side. Well, you also have the solar panels here on the back side. So you don't only get the solar from one side, you get it from the reverse also. But that's not it. We got more right here. And I brought some chargers out here. On each one of them, you have a USB-C and a USB-A. And if you zoom in, I don't know if you can really see, but you can see the green light in here. It's showing that it is charging, or it is hooked up. So here's the USB-C. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the phone. Let me set that down. And then, voila, we're got a charge. And then I brought the mic back out here for the USB-A, and I'll plug it into this one. Maybe. Plug it in, and now you'll see the green light here means it's charging. It's flashing off and on. Just showing that it's not just pulling from the Jackery, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the solar panels, unplug both of them, and it will show right here. you'll see the green light flashing, and then on the phone you will see that it's still charging there. So it's charging only by solar. So that's what's great about these Solar Saga 200s. So this is one of my favorite things about it, is because if we're outside doing gardening or whatever we have going on, we don't have to bring the power bank out. We can just bring the solar panels and hook up our phones, because our phones and our mics are something that we use daily and we need them charged for a good while. But speaking of the Jackery HomePower 3000, we unfortunately, you know, aren't going to the tournament this weekend or finishing our tournament out, but we will have ball games. I know football's coming up, basketball's coming up after that. Everything's sports is something big around our family, and power to all of the sources that the kids bring, the phones and everything, that's something that they need. So we can bring these, and they're not too heavy. I mean, if I can lift it, most people can. So anyways, I hope I really demonstrated all of this fairly well. I'm getting better, I think, but I'm still new to demonstrating wonderful items like this. I really love our Jackery system. This one, we've had others in the past that are around the farm, and they just work really well. So we have bigger Jackeries, we have smaller Jackeries, we have a Jackery on wheels, we have all kinds of Jackeries, and they're placed at different stations around the farm because we love them so much that we keep them where they need to be. Even with all of our Jackeries being around the farm, you can actually go and download Jackery in the App Store, and it is real easy, and it is free to download the app. And we'll take that inside in a second, and I'm going to show you the app. But I was just thinking about it. Behind us, we have the pitching net, and we have a pitching machine that needs to be plugged in. But we often have to run a power cord all the way down there, and that's, I mean, a good ways. We usually have 2 power cords that actually has to go down there. And Leighton has actually used one of our Jackeries down at the pitching machine throwing balls. But let's go ahead and take it inside, and I'm going to show y'all this app. So here on the app, this is all of the Jackeries that we have on the app right now. They're not all on the app. So this 3000 HomePower, that's the one we're actually using today, and it shows we got 96% battery right now. Input is 105 watts. That's the solar panels that are hooked up. We got 20 watts, which is the phone and the mic that's bringing output out. And then the screen, if I wanted to click it and turn the screen on for 2 minutes or even 2 hours, I can do that. We're going to go ahead and keep it off. But going into settings, you can actually change the name. So let me back out of here and I'll show you. On like the Jackery that we have down in the shop, Brandon has put shop for tools, and then he's actually switched the name up for a couple of them. So if y'all are looking for something to hook up all your appliances, or you need anything for outside, inside, ball games, boating, fishing, wherever you need something to hook up all your appliances, I highly suggest the Jackery HomePower 3000. You will not be disappointed. I'm going to leave a link in the description box and the comment box, so y'all go ahead and go get you a Jackery HomePower 3000. Let's go ahead and head back outside. I got something new that I haven't showed y'all. So the new stuff that we have out here is this hot wire. Oh, just kidding. I turned it off already. But I'm going to show y'all. Actually, no, I'm not going to hook it up right now because the kids have been playing outside. But we ended up getting this fence and putting it all around this yard. So I'll kind of take y'all around. And the reason we actually did this, was because the ponies and Badger and Honey, so the ponies, some of the llamas, and most importantly, the goats, when they like to sneak out of the pen, they have been eating all of our seed and stuff that we've been putting down here to grow us some grass. So you can tell right here, this was the sod, and then this was where we put a lot of seed. So we got all of this down, but not only here in the back, but we also have it up here in the front. And look at that grass. Look how beautiful it's coming in. Now we do have some areas of where the rain is actually coming in and like making these trails, but Brandon said that he's going to actually put some kind of like hill up here so that the rain doesn't fall down here, and it's going to look a lot better. But I seen over here where Brandon is actually cleaning out the cats. So I'm going to go take a peek at those cats and then we'll go from there. You putting the cats, cleaning their box out?
Yeah, we need to go give them a bath.
Yeah, they really do. They are stinking.
I think you can give a cat a bath.
I think so. I think they don't like baths.
Well, also, going to have to either, I don't know how you're going to clean that toy, but it's dirty too.
Yeah, we can actually throw this one in the washer. I did tell the kids.
Look what the kids put in there.
Oh, look, the cats have Jesus.
That's awesome.
That's
a little bit of Jesus.
Yeah. So, anyway, while he's cleaning that out, I wanted to take a peek at these because we have one that Addison came in super excited this morning because look at this little cutie pie. If y'all can see it. Well, it might be too bright inside or outside. Let me take her inside. Look at them eyeballs. Oh, it's got some eyes. Well, I mean, it's always had eyes, but they're open. So this gray one is the only one that the eyes are open. The other three are not. And I think, if I'm right, I think we have 3 girls and 1 boy. I'm not 100%. I'm still going to wait till they get a little bit older, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But anyways, I'm going to help him clean this out, go get some Clorox wipes and stuff, and we're going to get that cleaned up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go look in the description box and check out that link for a Jackery HomePower 3000. God bless.